swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. On play action, they'll throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Taken right around the 44. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Solomon Thomas coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. So now it's 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. They'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Screen play, McKinnon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. On the toss, it's McKinnon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 15. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 69 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Carlson now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerick McKinnon, 75 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined?
And this will be caught at the 30. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. They'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. And we'll see what the decision is here as they've got a 4th and 1 coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Not
the tie, but yeah.
You
got it.
I just went right past it.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, That doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They start the drive with Cook, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll look to throw here.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up a throw, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. That's taken at around the 40. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here. A little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Anthony Barr. In from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop it for a loss of about 10. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Set. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he slings one that's incomplete. Now, Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Niners on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now back to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Handoff comes to Cook. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
He'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw. And an alley to run. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Detroit. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete.
I'd love to know what he's saying in the huddle now to his guys up front because it's been a steady stream of pressure on him this entire game. That time, able to avoid the sack, but he's got to talk to his offensive line and say, guys, just a couple seconds extra, please.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To go here in the 1st half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. and sacked back at the 31. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Niners on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Toss play to McKinnon. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. In the backfield, standing alone on 2nd and goal is McKinnon. He's going to get it running right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Jerick McKinnon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there just before halftime. 55 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. A toss to Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 17-14. Carlson now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Gone! Detroit!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup, as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Cook. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Back to throw here. And he's able to find Diggs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 39 that time.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
Gone!
They'll set up to throw. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here again is McKinnon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So after the run by McKinnon, here's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And some room to maneuver. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Lucky 56.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Cook on the toss left. And he lost 6 there on the first down play. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
Looking to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. No run call here. They'll look to throw instead, eluding the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Detroit! Detroit!
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They're going to look to throw. He's going to sling this deep down. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Whoa! Let's get it. Leopard! Leopard!
They run once more with McKinnon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. The Niners on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And Gold is able to put it through. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run it with McKinnon. They find some open field here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Flushed out right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the fourth. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making the play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
They run, Cook. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They run it again with Cook. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you'd think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. and Seals Jones complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Left side, Cook. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 319! 319!
Now a run with Cook. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Cook. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now Cook. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt